Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to part 2 of my Q&A video, and if you guys haven't seen the first one, you can check the link in the description box down below. And if you guys want to ask questions, you can also check the description box. There will be links to where you can ask the questions down below as well. But as for the last video, the last question was, why do you love biking? And I didn't really fully answer that. I just basically spoke about making biking videos. But just in honor of that guy, I devoted in real life video to it, and you guys can check that one. That will also be in the description box. My god, the description box is gonna be like full of everything, but you can check out that one as well. But I'm gonna move on to the next question, and this question is, what was your first job? My first job was working in a movie theater as an usher, basically. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically somebody that can clean up in between movies, that can cut tickets. You know, the person who collects the tickets, cuts them in half and gives you one piece or the ticket stub. And sometimes working behind the concession, working in the ticket booth, and doing that type of thing. And it was my uncle's theater. He owned the theater. It was downtown, and I used to do that. And I actually liked doing it. And I used to just strive to clean the theater as best as possible in between movies, because it's basically like one movie finishes, 20 minutes later, the next movie starts. So you have about 20 or 30 minutes, depending on, I guess, how long the movie is or whatever. You have about 20 or 30 minutes to clean up an entire theater. And sometimes it wasn't easy. Sometimes it was difficult because there was a lot of people there. They would leave their popcorn everywhere, their sodas everywhere. We even had one incident in which a child peed on the seat during the movie. Like, he pissed himself. He pissed his pants. And that was just a mess. How the hell we're gonna clean that? So we had to close that row, basically. And like, once the next movie was over, I believe that they went as far as replacing the damn seat, because it was just, you know, the smell of piss can really be bad for business as well. But I try to be the best movie cleaner, or the movie theater cleaner that I could be. You know, cutting ticket stubs. I try to do it as fast as possible to get all the people in, and do it quality-wise good as well. You know, not making sure that if there's 6 ticket stubs, there's 6 people and not 7 people. You know, things like that. 'Cause sometimes people like to try to play funny stuff, you know. So that's what I used to do. And then my second job was being an exterminator, working with my father's friend Johnny. He owned an extermination business, and my father used to help out as well. So I used to go with my dad, and we used to help him do the extermination business. And then I remember one winter, it was a terrible winter. I mean, New York City had a blizzard that winter, and we ended up like getting stuck in the snow. I had to like try to help the car get out of the snow multiple times. It was freezing. It was about like 10 degrees out, and the wind chill made it feel like -15. And you know, you get frostbite and you get things like that, and it was fun. I enjoyed those days. And then my job after that, I don't think I had a job after that. I think this is where I went next. My whole YouTube gig is my current job right now. But I used to work hard cleaning movie theaters. I remember working a 12-hour shift straight when I wasn't supposed to work a 12-hour shift straight. That's kind of a tongue twister, but I did it because I enjoyed doing it. And I also, you know, I got paid to do it. The exterminating job was also a tough one at times in the winter and in the heat as well, carrying a lot of gear and everything like that. And I was younger back then. I think I was like 14, 15. And yeah, I guess it made me be a little bit more responsible. And I enjoyed it. So that was basically my first and second job. The next question is, what was your first gaming system and what was your first video game? Well, before I answer that, I would like to answer a question which I know somebody's going to ask, and I believe somebody did ask, but I might have passed it over. What was the first gaming system I played on, and what was the first video game I played? Well, the first gaming system that I played on was the Atari, and the first video game that I played was a duck shooting game for the Atari. I believe that was the Atari. It has to be. Or it could be a different one. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that was it. But I remember shooting some goddamn ducks, and that was pretty awesome. My cousin let me come to the room, and he let me shoot some ducks because I guess I was being a pain in the ass. Maybe I was bored, you know, because when children have nothing to do, they all go nuts. They start doing crazy shit. And you'd rather have a child, I don't know, like sitting down watching a good program on TV, something educational. You know, don't let them watch Jersey Shore. For the love of God, if you're a father or mother out there, I beg of you, don't let your children watch Jersey Shore or some other crap like that. Make them watch a good, intelligent show. Put on the goddamn Discovery Channel or something. I don't know. But don't make them watch Jersey Shore or something like that. Just, please. Our future needs to be good. It doesn't need to be a bunch of crazy bitches all painted orange and a bunch of douchebags with douchebag haircuts, you know, banging different girls every night. We don't need that, alright? But that's my message out there for all the mothers and fathers out there. But anyways, I got off track. The first video game was a duck shooter game. I'm not sure what the name was. And first gaming system, I'm pretty sure it was the Atari. But the first gaming system that I owned personally, and the first video game that I owned personally, was the PS2 and Grand Theft Auto 3. My father got it for me, I believe for Christmas, or was it for my birthday? I can't remember. I have a shitty memory, alright? But I remember it being the PS2, and I remember Grand Theft Auto 3. I remember when I got home from school, he had set it up, like, he had the PS2 there, the box, and then he had Grand Theft Auto 3 right next to a TV. And I was so excited, because I remember I used to go to my cousin's house and play Grand Theft Auto 3, because she had a PS2, and it was fun. I loved Grand Theft Auto 3, you know. I've always loved the Grand Theft Auto series, and when GTA 5 comes out, you best believe I'd be the first in line to get it. But the next question is, do you ever get really pissed off while gaming and rage? Honestly, if you ask any gamer that who plays first-person shooters, basically any game, if you ever ask him, have you ever raged and gotten pissed off at a video game, and he says no, he might be new to gaming, or he might be lying his ass off. It's either one or the other. You gotta admit, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter, you can be the Pope, and you will end up raging at a video game at one point. You know, maybe it caught you on a bad day. Maybe you thought that, maybe you had a bad day at work, and you thought coming home and playing Call of Duty was gonna be the best course of action. You know, let your brain go out, or maybe playing Battlefield 3 was the best course of action, but you ended up getting killed or something like that. In Call of Duty, you ended up getting noob tubed from across the map, or, you know, in Battlefield 3, a guy with the M23 dart or the M26 dart got you from all the way across the map. Or if you play on PC, some hacker killed you with a repair tool. He blew up your jet with a repair tool. How is that possible? I don't know. When it's in the air, you know, that's not possible. But something like that happens, you're gonna get pissed off, you're gonna rage, and it gets the best of everybody. You know, just because you get pissed off and you rage at a video game doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you or anything like that. Because I hate those type of hypocritical people. You know, they say, oh, you take video games too seriously, and yet they go to the living room and start yelling at their TV because LeBron missed a free throw. Are you serious? LeBron can't hear you. You're not playing the goddamn game. You're sitting there watching it. So why are you getting pissed off? I have more of a reason to be pissed off. I'm here playing the game. I'm controlling the character. Some bastard kill me, I want to kill him back. And since, you know, maybe he's hacking, I'm gonna get pissed off. But that's a bit of hypocrisy for you, for those of you guys out there. The next question is, why did you choose to post Battlefield over Call of Duty? A lot of you guys may not have known this, but I started off this channel as a Call of Duty channel. My first video was a Call of Duty 4 video in which I was raging about the hackers, you know? And it's funny because the last comment was asking about rage, and here I go talking about the first video that I posted in which I was raging. And I started off as a Call of Duty channel, and then I slowly transitioned into a Battlefield channel. And the main reason being is because Call of Duty just kind of got repetitive for me, and also Modern Warfare 2 was very, very frustrating for me. So every time I got frustrated in Modern Warfare 2, I would go play some Bad Company 2. And over time, I eventually started to like Bad Company 2 way more than Modern Warfare 2, and then it just got to the point where I liked Battlefield way more than Call of Duty. Although I'm still a Call of Duty fan. It's not like I'm just, you know, like whenever I see a Call of Duty, I'm just like, blah. You know, I'm not like that. When I see Call of Duty 4, I like Call of Duty 4 still. I like World at War still. Hell, I'll even play some Modern Warfare 2 here and there. But I never got into Black Ops really, except for Zombies. Zombies was always awesome. I love Zombies. And I never really got into Modern Warfare 3, except the survival mode. It was pretty cool, but then it got boring after a while. So Modern Warfare 3, I think I got less than like 2 days played altogether on both platforms, and Black Ops, same thing. You know, I didn't play that much Black Ops. But for Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty 4, oh, I spent days on those games. And before that, it was Rainbow Six Vegas 2 that I played. That was the first game I got for the PS3. But I switched over to Battlefield, Bad Company 2, and before Bad Company 2, I played 1943. And before 1943, even though I did not own it, I did play some Battlefield 2 and some 1942 on a friend's computer. I had never played 2142, and I never actually played Vietnam. I always forget to mention that. And there was a Battlefield Vietnam, like Vietnam, not the Vietnam expansion pack for Bad Company 2, in which I love that. I love the expansion pack for Bad Company 2. Vietnam expansion pack, one of the best expansion packs to ever come out, in my opinion, for any Battlefield game or any video game, that is. But that's why I chose Battlefield over Call of Duty, because it's less frustrating to me, and it just seems more fair. Although Battlefield 3, in my opinion, in terms of frustration and in terms of the less of the what the fuck moments, it's taken a huge step back. A lot of the times you can get frustrated at Battlefield 3, and it's not only at your teammates, but it's also at the game, because of its nature. It's very buggy still, and you know what it's like. A lot of you guys know what it's like. And another thing is, you get a lot of those moments in which you're like, what? How did that happen? But for me in Bad Company 2, those moments really did not happen a lot. For some of you guys, it may be opposite. You never know, but that's the way I feel towards Battlefield 3. Although I still love the game, I just don't love it as much as I loved Bad Company 2 or 1943. The next question is, will you ever do a Bad Company 2 open lobby for PS3? The thing is, it doesn't work. The Bad Company 2 open lobbies just don't work. I've tried it before, and the reason why it doesn't work is because there's like a bug. And this bug is that when you start your own private lobby, even though it shows that you have 12 slots on both teams, there can only be 8 players on each team. And what will happen is 4 of those guys from the other team will come onto my team, and the teams will be completely unbalanced. And we tried this before, but it just doesn't seem to work. I don't know. So I can't do Bad Company 2 open lobbies for PS3. Next question is, have you ever shot a gun or been in the Marine Corps? I've never been in the Marine Corps. Contrary to what some people out there say, I've never been in the Marine Corps, although I am interested in joining the Marine Corps for the future. But as for shooting a gun, yes, I have shot a gun. I've shot an M4 carbine, I've shot a AK-47, I've shot a 870 Remington, or the Remington 870. I've shot a M1 Garand, I've shot a Glock 18, I've shot a sniper rifle that I don't remember which one it was, but I did snipe it. I did snipe it. I did shoot it, and it was a bolt action, and I had fun doing that. It was last summer. I went to a range in Pennsylvania, and I shot those, and the M1 Garand was awesome. It was like an honor to shoot that weapon, knowing the history behind that weapon. Some of you guys may know I'm a huge fanatic over World War II, and when I say that, I don't mean that I'm like, oh my god, World War II is awesome, let's do it again. I don't mean it like that. I mean it in the sense that I'm fascinated by the history behind World War II, and I'm also fascinated by modern history as well, and Vietnam history and things like that. And the Korean War as well. I think the Korean War is kind of overlooked, like people just seem to forget about the Korean War. They just go from World War II to Vietnam, and that's it. They just forget all about the Korean War. But knowing the history behind the M1 Garand, I was excited to shoot that weapon, and I feel honored to be able to shoot that weapon. And the Glock was also great. I am a huge fan of the Glock because of its reputation of being reliable. They say that whether it's filled with sand or filled with water, they say that the Glock will shoot. And the AK-47 as well, it's the same way. They say it's so easy to shoot, children can do it, and they do. That's what's said about the AK-47. So it was really fun shooting those, and I'm hoping to go once again down to a range sometime. And I thought I would be horrible at shooting, since it was my first time, but I did pretty well. I hit a lot of the targets. And even when shooting the Glock, I have the target on the wall. I posted they let you take the target that you shoot home. And from about, I believe, 50 meters out, I shot 2 shots in the same hole. Like literally in the same hole, precisely in the same hole. Alright, I wouldn't say exactly precisely. There was like 1 hole and then 2 holes. It's like, it's hard to explain. It looks like goggles. That's the way it looks. There you go. So I was really proud of that shot, and I don't think I missed a shot on the poster. No, I did not. I did not miss a shot on the poster, and it was fun. So I'm hoping to go again, shoot some more shit, and have a good time. But the next question is, how'd you feel when you got partnered with Machinima? Well, when I got partnered with Machinima, it was back in 2010, close towards the ending of 2010, and back then, they didn't just allow a lot of partners to just like flood in, and Machinima was kind of different back then, but this is not one of those like speeches of I love the good old days, you know, I hate today's world. No, it's not like one of those speeches. I love Machinima today just as much as I love them back then. But the thing about back when I got in was that it was more of you had to be referred, and there was more of a selective type of feeling towards it, I guess. I was gonna say selective service, but I'm making it sound like a draft. But when I got partnered, I was proud. I was proud that I got partnered, because it's not just like when I got partnered, I was just like, money. No, it's not like that at all. The feeling of being able to earn a revenue, any type of revenue, doing something that you love is great. And I think today that a lot of viewers kind of look down on it. It's like it's kind of like a lot of people these days just make it seem like if you're doing something you love and getting paid for it, or it's your job, then it's a bad thing, and that you're supposed to give up your dreams for a shitty job, or you're supposed to have a shitty job or something like that. I don't understand why it's like that. You know, when I got partnered with Machinima, I felt proud. When LeBron James gets partnered or gets signed to a team, he feels proud. When a football player, and for you Americans out there, soccer player, when he gets signed to a team, he feels proud. And you know, that's the way it's supposed to feel. It's not supposed to feel like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. And that's what a lot of players or a lot of viewers are making it seem like today, like it's something bad. And it's mainly the haters. But like I always say, the bad eggs always outshine the good eggs. So I kind of got off track with that question as well. But bottom line, when I got partnered, I felt proud that I was able to accomplish something that not a lot of people were able to accomplish. The next question is, I've been watching your videos for quite a long time, and you were actually playing COD for a while. How was the transition from Call of Duty to Battlefield? Was it hard, and why did you switch? Well, I already explained why I switched, but the transition from Call of Duty to Battlefield wasn't easy for me, because I was always used to going around every corner and there being somebody there. You know, I wasn't used to if I'm just like holding out in an area, reloading by a wall. I wasn't used to the fact that maybe that wall is not going to be there for the entire time. And this is when I switched from Modern Warfare 2 to Bad Company 2. You guys, I was telling you guys about that a little bit earlier on in this video about why I did it. But this was how this question is referring to, was it hard, and how was the transition? The transition was kind of difficult, and at first I did not like Bad Company 2 that much. But eventually I got used to it, and that's when I started loving it more than Call of Duty, and that's when I switched my channel mainly to a Battlefield channel. So that's how it went, and the transition was a little bit rough, but you get used to it. The next question is, what are you looking forward to in GTA 5? In GTA 5, I'm looking forward to that San Andreas feeling with those GTA 4 graphics. The one thing that GTA 4 did right was the graphics. The one thing GTA 4 did wrong was stepping back in terms of interaction and in terms of longevity of the game. You know, with GTA 4, you were done with the story mode, and after that, there wasn't much to do. With GTA San Andreas, you were done with the story mode. After that, how much shit did you have to do to get 100% completion? You know, San Andreas was that game where it had the interaction. You could fly the planes, you could fly the trains, you can do whatever, and you can mod up your car, and that was just awesome. And you could do the robbery missions, you could do this, you could do that. But with GTA 4, it wasn't like that. The thing that made GTA 4 great was mainly the graphics. Because if GTA 4 had the San Andreas graphics, it probably would have been bashed, honestly. But since it had good graphics, it was hailed as a good game. And in my opinion, it is a good game. Making the graphics look the way they did in GTA 4 brought in realism, which made you get more immersed into what you were doing. But stepping back to GTA San Andreas, it didn't have those type of graphics, but what made you get immersed into it is the amount of interaction that you had. So with GTA 5, having that interaction and having that the graphical immersion together will probably make one hell of an eye and eargasm for the video game. So I'm definitely looking forward to GTA 5, and I already have it pre-ordered, and when it comes out, I'm gonna be pushing people out of the line to just get it the first minute, and I want to just get home and I want to play it. You know, I'm probably gonna run home from GameStop. But that's what I'm looking forward to in GTA 5, and that's all the questions I'm going to answer in this video. I'm going to try to bring out the next Q&A video much sooner than, you know, the space or the pacing in between the first one and the second one. So if you guys want to ask me any questions, there's links in the description box. If you want to watch the first one, links in the description box. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and all that, links in the description box for that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A video, and until next time, peace.